great example. Who else? Kelly Clarkson? Yeah? Who else? Oh yeah, I can understand all of you. Some people listen to country. Rihanna. You know what? Lady Gaga, I heard Katy Perry. I think I heard Kesha, unfortunately. Somebody. Songs today, there's some people who actually can sing really well. I think Lady Gaga has a good voice. I think Bruno Mars has a good voice. There are some people who do, but there are unfortunately more and more people nowadays who just don't sing. You don't have to be able to sing to be on the radio. You don't have to have any talent whatsoever to be able to be on the radio anymore. None. Jessica Simpson says Felix. Accidentally out loud. You don't have to be able to do that because, you know, back when Andy Williams was recording Moon River and he was recording Love Story, excuse me, he would go into the studio. Yes, let's all clear our voices together. Back when he was recording these songs, he would go into the studio with one microphone and the whole band would sing. They'd record it all together and they'd take it one time, and if it worked, it worked, and if it didn't, they'd scrap it, they'd start over, and they'd have to do it again. So everybody had to be really great. That's why singers like Johnny Mathis and Andy Williams, just to me, are some of the better singers because they had to do it. But as technology advanced over the decades, as technology has gotten more advanced in the 70s and 80s, it got easier to make a mistake in the studio. They could fix a note here, fix a note there. In the 90s and the double O's or whatever, they were able to do even better. And now you can just go you can go in the studio and talk. You don't even have to sing. You can just speak, and the producer can make it sound like you're singing, Kesha. And there are some people who don't believe me, but we're going to do Suspicious Minds in a minute. But before we do it, I want you to hear what it would sound like if I just spoke the lyrics, and Ben back here on the Radio Shack of computers he's got in the back made it sound like I was singing. So I'm just going to speak the lyrics of Suspicious Minds. This is what it would sound like. This is 2011. That's really what you hear on the radio a lot nowadays. And I got to thinking, because, you know, as sweet as it is for you to lie to me and tell me you hear me on the radio, we know you don't. And I get to thinking, maybe you don't hear me because I don't sound like a robot. And if I sounded more like a robot, I'd have a better shot. So the band here has been, you think you were on me for not singing Invisible. The band has been trying to get me to do some really contemporary stuff that's on the radio nowadays, especially Kiana. They want me to sing stuff that's on the radio, but it just doesn't sound right coming out of my voice. So I said, well, you know what, why don't we do it this way every single night, since it sounds like a robot on the radio anyway. You pick a song every single night and I'll sing it by speaking it. So every night they get together and they pick a song. But it was such a hit. And it's one of Kiana's favorite artists. This is the future right here, folks. This is the future of music. And I'm not even going to sing it, I'm just going to speak the words. And you know what? It's going to remind me of 2003 when people used to scream for me. It really is. They used to scream. That wasn't me asking for it. That wasn't me asking for it. Some of you are drunk enough, you're going to do it anyway. But seriously, when you hear this masterpiece of music, you're going to understand what I mean. I really think you will. Okay, this is tonight's contemporary music.
I'm going to start it for you.
Please.
All right.
Whoa. teenager again. And she's more excited than she has been all night, or will be the rest of the evening. That's really the future of music, and it makes me feel so excited. Yeah. I'm really thrilled. Let's do Suspicious Minds terrifically.